Steve Goreham heads up the Climate Science Coalition of America and is author of the book Outside the Green Box. Steve, thanks for your time. Do you see jobs as well?
Joe, great to join you. Well, the president wants to spend $2 trillion on this project, and yeah, he can create a bunch of jobs. One number that is never revealed is how many oil and gas and hydrocarbon fuel jobs are going to be lost. That's never part of the equation. But that really isn't the central issue on this. The central issues are what's going to happen to the cost of energy for U.S. citizens, and is this really needed is another big question. We have a situation today where about only 1/7 of the world is doing this. The rest of the world continues to add hydrocarbon energy. So emissions are going to continue to rise regardless of what the U.S. does.
What is the cost going to be, do you think?
Well, it's going to be huge. The first is that we have to build wind turbines and solar panels all over the nation. A study was just released by Princeton University, and they pointed out that to go to a zero carbon economy, and by the way, the president says he wants to do this zero carbon electricity by 2035, is going to require 228,000 miles of land. And that's equal to the area of it's a larger area than the combination of Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kentucky, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. Huge amounts of land. Second is it's going to raise prices. If you look at Europe, I like to put together a little graph, and it shows that all the nations that have put in a lot of wind and solar have the highest electricity prices. Denmark and Germany today have prices that are 3 or 4 times our price. So to the extent that we put this forward, we're going to have doubling and tripling of electricity prices in the United States.
Car companies are already moving toward electric, and as you mentioned, the wind farms in Texas, number one in the country, as I understand. So this transition's sort of already underway, isn't it, Steve?
Well, it is occurring, and you quoted some big figures, but the numbers are very small as far as our energy. We're only looking at wind being about 2.2% of our energy, solar 1.1. If you go to electricity, wind is about 7.5% of our electricity. So it's very, very small relative to what is proposed. Electric vehicles were at about 2% of sales are electric last year, very small.
Right, but growing for sure, and more car companies pledging to become fully electric. China and India didn't offer any new targets today, Steve, and they're the world's biggest polluters. How does this play out for them?
Well, that's the thing, and that's why President Trump pulled out of these agreements. China's emissions are going to continue to rise. India's emissions are going to continue to rise. Most of the world's emissions are going to continue to rise. There are hundreds of millions of people in India that don't have electricity at this point. And so regardless of what our president does, unless they can convince the rest of the world to cut emissions, it's not going to have any effect on global emissions that's discernible.
Well, 50% is an impressive goal for sure, and even more so when you talk about doing it in 9 years. That's Steve Goreham of the Climate Science Coalition of America. Thanks for your time and your insight.
Thank you, Joe.